Dynasty. Alright guys and girls, you already know this your boy 005 Dynasty. I'm just sitting here actually on my YouTube channel and I'm just contemplating life. And I was like, what do I want to do for my next video? You know what I'm saying? Like, I make beats. And so I can make a beat easy, you know, for my YouTube channel. You know, I play video games. As you can see, I do League of Legends, Minecraft and stuff like that, and other games. You know, I dance and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Let me do something to help the people. Like, I'm looking at my thumbnails and I'm like, my thumbnails look official. Like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, boost my ego or anything like that, but I'm just like, wow, it looks official. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it stands out, and I really know how to use, I really know how to do thumbnails, basically. So I was like, let me do a video on that. You know, let me just break down, do like a small little tutorial on thumbnails. Because if you search on YouTube for thumbnails, right? Let's do that actually. So let's do thumbnail. Right, and a bunch of things pop up. So thumbnail tutorial for YouTube. So then you get a bunch of YouTube channels saying, oh, you know, quick and easy thumbnails and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Or best manipulation thumbnail, or, you know, easy, learn this and stuff like that, right? And when you go into these tutorials, yeah, they're pretty informative and stuff like that, and they teach you how to get like a quick thumbnail on YouTube. But is it really like in depth, really helping you? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it really help you get to the point where your graphics is like, bam, look at that thumbnail? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you look at my Am I the GOAT series thumbnails. Like, they really stand out. The colors pop, the color grading is perfect on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the photography pictures are pretty dope, and I do my own photography pictures, just doing selfies, and then from my selfies, I'm able to create thumbnails like this. You know, even a simple one like that is cool, but it's just the way it stands out. You know, like even this one, that one's crazy, or this one, you know. So, and I could do a whole lot more than just these type of thumbnails too. So let me just do a tutorial. So let's go into let's actually go into Photoshop, right? Let's see what's up. So every time I start designing a thumbnail, I have a lot of questions that go into my mind, into my head. And one of the questions is story. What type of story am I trying to tell with the picture? You know what I'm saying, or with the artwork, or with the thumbnail? Because if you don't have a story, that means you don't have a direction. That means you're just putting up anything on YouTube or any other platform that you're using. So there should be a story, just like when you look at a movie. Okay, a movie has a story. So their cover art or DVD art is going to have a story that's based around the movie. So that's how you should look at your thumbnails for YouTube as well. The second thing is the colors. So with my thumbnails, some of them I try to treat it as an album cover. So the picture that I actually take out of the camera, I try to use that as an album cover. It saves a lot of time, and I don't have to go look for other resources to make graphics with. Other than that, I would have to go find a background that matches and like things to put in there. And I try to keep things simple, you know? So I try to use the colors from the actual image of the scenery that I chose to take the picture in. So I would use these colors that are actually on this canvas right here. And then the light source. So I always try to see if there's going to be a light source I'm going to use before I take my picture. And then after I do take the picture, when I get it into Photoshop, I have to see where my light source is actually at. And as you can see on this picture, it's right where the window is. Okay. Then this part over here is where the shadow is. Then after that, I have to decide whether I want to make it like cartoonish or cinematic, you know what I mean? or like, how do I want the picture to look? You know what I'm saying? How do I want the cinematic part, if it's going to be cinematic, to match the story? And that's what I'm thinking about. Then of course you're going to have the title. You know, the title can be like, you know, speed art, or it could be music production or whatever, you know. And then the time you have for editing. So if you don't have a lot of time for editing, that means you have to work fast within the time that you do have, and you really don't want to rush, because you want all of your artwork pieces to be a masterpiece in my mind. So do you have enough time to do a real big edit, or do you have enough time to do a simple edit? Now, if you look over here in this corner right here, you have a bunch of folders, you know what I'm saying, with layers inside of them. And these folders, I usually don't set up like this. Okay, I have it set up for this tutorial. Okay, but I just do this off the top of my head. So I have this structure in my head already when I'm doing a thumbnail. And this is what you need to have in your head as well. You need to have some type of system, or some type of like structured system going on in your mind of how you want to formulate your thumbnails. Because without it, you're just going to be doing random stuff every single time. So I usually start off with my main image that you see right here. And then what I do is I try to clean up my main image and make it look really, really official before I move on to the next step. The next step might be turning it into a cartoon. Then after that, it might be a dodge and burn effect to make it look more cinematic. Then I will add my special effects over the top of it, which will be the adjustment layers. And with the adjustment layers, you do wonderful things with those. And then I will add like my logo or my text and so forth. So let me give you a quick example. This is the last thumbnail I just did for my special edition tribute to my mother, who passed away on Mother's Day in 1989. I did a vlog video where I was finally able to speak about it and to get a lot of things out. So I wanted this image to be cinematic, you know, show like some dark, but also show some light. And as you can see, that's why I used this window right here to show a lot of light coming in. Like there's a presence that's shining down above me still, no matter what, you know, pain I've gone through. But then I also wanted to show that I still have some, you know what I'm saying, things buried inside that I need to get out. And as you can see, that's why the front is dark like that. That's why I lowered my head, didn't show my eyes. So when you're doing a thumbnail, you want to think about, you know, what type of picture do you want? You know what I'm saying? What type of story do you want? And that's how this picture came out like this, because I kind of knew what story I wanted to tell. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it's pretty cool. If you can actually take a picture to go along with your story, it'll make the editing process that much easier. This is pretty cool. Let's go into the next one. So boom. Now look at this thumbnail. This thumbnail is a little bit more brighter. It's a little more up in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's more cartoonish, you know? And I really like this thumbnail because, you know, on this side, I'm able to separate the font or the text away from, you know, the background image, which is actually me. But you can still see the strength within the picture and the strength within the text. This is a really dope thumbnail. You know, it's a full, you know what I'm saying, 1280 by 720. You know what I'm saying? Just a big body version of me. And then when you go back to, let's say, the YouTube channel, look at how it stands out. That finger pointing right in your face, like come and take a look at my my video. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how you could actually take an image and manipulate it and make it look to this point, and then boom. And also the best part is when people actually see these thumbnails online, they give you those excellent compliments, man. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. So anyway, so what I want to do is do a quick little tutorial on how to take this image and turn it into this image or into this image, which is pretty simple. So let's get rid of this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to work with your main image. So that's going to be the first folder. And I like to duplicate it just so I can have a backup copy. Okay. Now, since I'm just using this room and I'm not cutting myself out, there's no need to mess with the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into Camera Raw. But before I do that, I'm going to right click on the image and I'm going to go up to Convert to Smart Object. Okay, so any changes that I make to this image, I could take them away. They're not stuck to the image, you know. I'm not working destructively, you know. So now I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to go to Filter. Then I'm going to go to Camera Raw Filter. Click on that. Now just it's open. Okay, here's all of my tools on the right hand side, and inside of the Camera Raw is where the magic happens. Now I'm looking at the light. Then I'm also looking at the clothes that I have on. I'm looking at my skin tone, like the color of it, like the vibrance of it or the saturation of it. I'm looking at my face. I'm looking at the shadows. I'm looking at the overall exposure of the image, of whether it's too dark or too light. And the way you can tell the way an image is too dark or too light is depending on your story, or if you want it to be cinematic. Because if your story is dark and cinematic, then you want your image to be kind of dark. If it's like a love story, you know what I'm saying? A happy love story, you know, or like a cartoon or something like that, then you might want your image to be a little bit brighter. So in this instance, you see my face, I'm kind of angry. So I want this picture to be a little bit gangster, you know what I'm saying? A little dark, you know? So first thing I'm going to mess with is the temperature. Now, when I slide the temperature to the left, it's going to turn the image blue. When I slide the temperature to the right, it's going to make it more warm, you know? So how do I want my room to be? Do I want my room to be warm, or do I want my room to be more cold? You know what I'm saying? Think of this like a scary movie. The scary movie is going to have like, you know, more cold and just like, you know, think if you're going into like a bathroom and the lights flickering and stuff like that, there's water dripping as you step into the bathroom, you know, you step into a puddle of water. So it's going to be more like, you know, dark and more like greenish, bluish color, you know what I mean? Almost like the movie The Matrix, you know? Like that's how you need to think when you're editing your photos. Or, you know what I'm saying, say you just woke up and it's like bright sun outside, you know what I'm saying, it's a sunny day and you're about to go head to that barbecue, then you're going to go with more warm, you know what I'm saying? It's a love story, you know what I'm saying? You're going to wake up to it being more happy, you know, like more reddish and stuff like that, you know? So let's reset that. So now with my temperature, I want to drop it down to be a little more blue, because it's a little more cold. And now, as you can see, it actually fixed the walls and made the walls more of their regular color, you know? So another cool trick you can do is before you actually get your image or your video inside of Photoshop or Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve and programs like that, is with your camera settings, you might want to take a flatter image so that when you put it into these softwares, you're able to edit a lot better. But with a flatter image, it's more like it's capturing more of the, you know, the grayscale, more of like the darker, you know what I'm saying, like the blacks, you know, the grays and stuff like that. And it's not adding color to the image. So if you capture it more like a, let's see, a C-Log, you know what I'm saying, format, that's with Canon. I forget the other logs with the other cameras, but like a log format, it captures like a flat image, and in that flat image, you're able to edit the image a lot better when you bring it into the editing software. But anyway, so this picture was captured with a filter, so I had to do some crazy edits to it, put it like that. Anyway, so we added the temperature going towards the left hand side, which is more of the colder blue side. Now, do you want to mess with the green and the magenta slider? Maybe, maybe not. So let's try it. Let's add some more green. Oh, that's pretty cool actually. So -32. All right, now let's go over to the magenta. Nah, that kind of like makes it more reddish. I don't really like that. But a little green in there, that kind of worked a little bit. I'll leave that -8. Let's see, take it away. A little green is not gonna hurt it though. -7, -8. That's fine. Okay. Now let's go down to the exposure. Do we want the exposure to go down or do we want the exposure to go up? You know what I'm saying? Now, when we bring the exposure up, it kind of blows the picture out. You know what I'm saying? It's really too light and we're taking away from the shadow on the right hand side right here. So I think we should leave the exposure actually where it's at, because I think it was a perfect picture the way it was taken. So now let's add some contrast though. Let's go up with the contrast a little bit. And you see, that's really making it dark, you know? Let's bring the contrast down now. So usually what you do is you want to, you know, drop the exposure down a tad bit. That works on some images. But usually what you want to do is you want to drop the, but usually what you want to do, you want to bring the exposure up a little bit and then bring the contrast up a little bit. Yeah, like that. This adds a little bit more to the image. But I really like it like that though. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it just like that though. This picture was taken pretty good, so. All right, so let's mess with the highlights. Wow, highlights really blow it out. Ooh, that's pretty cool. But it's taking away from the image too much though. I like it like that. Let's bring it down a little bit. Bring the highlights down a little bit, not too much. All right, that's cool. Shadows. Okay, I went up a little bit on the shadow because I wanted to see my face just a little bit more, you know. And the whites, take the whites up, right, up a little bit, down, up, down. I'm gonna take the whites out completely actually. Let's see, take the whites out. Yeah, see, when I take the whites out completely, what it does is it brings me more to the forefront. And we could always add some highlights back in a little later. Yeah, I don't want the window to be really in the scene too much. I want it there, but it's there too much. But when I drag the highlight down, watch this. See, it just pushes the window back. Very subtle, but it does. It pushes it back. And I really like it like that. And let's mess with the blacks. Okay. Go up with the blacks. Come down with the blacks. Okay. You might want to go all the way down and just start working your way back up until you feel like it's good. I like it like that actually. That's cool. -9. That's not bad actually. Okay, so let's do this. So this is the before. So as you can see, the room is more warm, you know. That's basically because of the camera, like the filter that I took the image in with the camera. But I really want this to be more of a moody, you know what I'm saying, cinematic touch to it. So that's why I went with the more blue, greenish, you know, darker, take away the highlights type. The before and the after. All right. Yeah. Okay. So now moving on to the next set of sliders. I like to add texture. Let's add some texture. Sorry about that. All right, so let's add some texture. Now, if you look at the face, okay, I'll show you. So that's no texture, it's smooth, okay? But let's look at the face and let's look at the shirt or the wife beater. Okay, I'll show you again. Smooth, add some texture. So that's adding some grit you know, not too much, just enough. Probably around like 65, like that. Okay, I like that. Now let's add some clarity. Okay, we add the clarity. See how it gets a little brighter. This is what we want. We want to add the clarity and the texture, make it more gritty, crunchy, you know. And then let's dehaze it. Okay, now dehaze is gonna take like to the highlights. It's gonna like, yeah, see that? It takes that away. So let's do a little bit. Let's reset that first. Now let's take some away, not a lot. Yeah, that's good right there. Now what I like to do is I like to take the vibrance away a little bit. Nice. You see down to -24. So let's reset that. You see I was orange. You see my skin tone, it's more orange, which is cool and all, but I want it to be more moody, more realistic, more cinematic. So -24 was the number. Let's go back to that. Nice. Now that's, if you was to look at me, you know, right now, my skin tone would match perfectly with what you see on camera right now. I mean, what you see in Photoshop right now, you know. And saturation, we could leave that alone. We don't have to mess with that. Okay, so now usually what I do is I usually add a curve. I don't know if I'm going to add one right. Well, let's just mess with it. Usually add an S curve just to see what it does. Okay. See? This is the before, this is the after. Or after. So it just, when you add the curves, it really like enhances the highlights or the shadows, and it makes it real cinematic. So that's pretty cool. But you see it's grainy in here, stuff like that. You can keep it like that if you want, but we're gonna do some other stuff later on. Let's jump into details, okay? So with the details, I like to add a nice sharpen on it. I like to really sharpen up my image. I go high, okay? See how sharp that is? So you can see this is all sharp. And then what I like to do is I like to add noise reduction with a good amount. Now it's going to smooth it out. Give me that nice, smooth, cinematic look, you know? But still has some of that grit. Go down on a sharpen a little bit. And color noise reduction. Or you just bring that all the way up. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. Okay. That's nice, man. So let's look at the before and after, okay? So now you can see this is the before and this is the after. And this is just camera raw alone. This is not even adding special effects to it yet. Just if you just understand camera raw, you just 50% away, 50% there, you know what I'm saying? Like you're almost there. You're pretty much done almost. Like you can just put this out. But see how warm this is, and you see how cold this is. This is basically telling you like, yeah, something's not right, or you're not feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome right there. So if you wanted to, what you can do is you can come over here and click on these 4 little dots, or 3 little dots, sorry. And you can save these settings. So next time you open up Photoshop and go into camera raw, if you have a picture that's just like this in the same room, same lighting and stuff like that, or even with the same clothes on, you have your settings ready to go. Maybe, you know, Dynasty. Okay. I already have one in here. Or 2. Save that. So now I'm good to go with that. You can mess with the color mixer and stuff like that, but I don't need to add color, take color away right now. I like it like this. I'm gonna leave it like that. But what I did was I messed with the basic sliders, the curve, and just one curve. I didn't go into all the different colors, okay? And detail slider. Just those 3 sliders alone got my image to look cinematic. Okay? Hit okay. And then boom. Wow. You see how that popped in there like that? That was like, pow. So what I like to do next is I like to duplicate this. I just copy it. So I have 2 of them. And just take one of them and just uncheck the eye so you don't see it anymore. And now you're ready to rock. So I'm gonna duplicate it again one more time. Okay. And then what I like to do is I like to drag that second duplication up to the cartoon folder, drop it in there. And now I'm gonna cartoon this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to filter, sharpen, and unsharp mask. Okay. Add a little sharpness to that. And then I'm going to go to filter, style, stylize, and then I'm going to go to oil paint. Okay. Okay, hold on one second. All right. Yeah, it's such a big image. That's why I wasn't seeing it. Okay. But what I want to do is I really just want to smooth out the face. So let's mess around with this for a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go to some high numbers. All right, cool. Now we can see it. All right. 5, 3. Oh, this seems like it's pretty cool. Right there. Okay, nice. So what I did was I add the oil paint just to smoothen out the face a little bit, you know, even the clothes, as you can see, it's just a little bit more smooth, even my skin tone, you know. So yeah, that's cool. I like it like that. Hit okay. Right. Okay. You know what? Let's see something else. Let's go to okay. Let's go to filter. Then we're gonna go to filter gallery. And what we're gonna add is, hold on, let me just bring that down some so you can see. Nice. So we're gonna add some poster edge effect to it. Okay. Now this is looking like Grand Theft Auto. All right. And now let's go back to filter, sharpen, unsharp mask, and then filter, stylize, and then oil paint again. Okay. Okay, so from here, this is where the image is at. Now you could do some masking if you want. You could keep the background, you could keep the blinds like that, the window like that. Like I actually like how it looks with the light shining on this side of the face, just like this, you know. So let's see. So let's go back. That's the original. That's the cartoon version. The original cartoon. Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna duplicate this. Bring this up here. I'm gonna go to filter, sharpen, unsharp mask. Okay. Do that. Then go to filter, analyze, oil paint. Okay. Okay, I just read you one of the other steps. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna take this first image, right? And I'm going to take the opacity and I'm gonna fade it into the main image. Watch this. Let me bring that back for you. Show you. This is the cartoon version. You see the squiggly lines in my face? Okay. And then this is the main version with all the grit. You know what I'm saying? All the texture in the face. Well, what I want to do is I want to combine them both. So I'll take the one that has the cartoon effect and I'll take the slider, the opacity slider, and I'll fade this one into the one underneath it. So as you can see, you see the squiggly lines are there, and on top of that, like the grainy texture is there. Both of them. That's what I want. I want the smoothness with the graininess. Now, as you see, when I push it back, it looks so cinematic. It looks smooth but grainy at the same time. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make it cinematic, and that's the look that I'm going for. Dark, smooth skin, but texture, grit, grungy, you know? So I'm not leaving it as a cartoon, but I'm just adding some cartoon elements to smoothen out the image. That's pretty dope, man. I really like that a lot, actually. So now, remember the other one that I made? This one that was really cartoonish. The reason why I did that is because I want to take the window back here and I want it to look more like cartoonish, but not in the cartoon sense where it's like Looney Tunes, you know, but more like it has more grit to it. As you can see, look, you see this has more like grit to it. Look at the way it pops off the side of my face too, you know, compared to the original. So the original, yeah, you can see it. It's popping off the side of my face, you know, like there's the light, you know. But when you do the cartoon version though, you can see it a lot better. This looks a lot smoother, but it still has a nice deep dark look to it, you know. So that's what I want. So that's when I start masking away parts I don't want and keeping the parts I do want. So you just hit the mask icon at the bottom, add layer mask, come over and grab your brush tool. Okay, change the size of your brush, big or small, you know, and you start taking away parts that you don't want in your image. Like for example, I don't want this, you know, like textured wall. I don't want this, so I just start brushing away, you know. But I do want my blind to look like that. So I start taking this away. Yeah, that's cool. That's good, actually. That's real good. You know, I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, that's nice. That's dope. And I'll leave some texture in there. Like, see, I left a little bit right here. You know, right next to the window. I left a little bit of the texture right there. You know. All right, so now let's do the face. So we want the face that's under this image. We want that face, but we want part of this face. So now make my brush a little smaller and I'll start moving left and right, up and down, and just removing some of this image. I like the lips though. The lips are cool. So let's see. Yeah, the lips look cool like that, you know. Nice. Move some of this away. Move this away too. It's a little bit more realistic, you know. Yeah. Maybe put some of it back, but just lighten it up. So watch this. Put some of it back actually. And what I'll do is I'll take a softer flow. Nah, the opacity. I'll bring my opacity down. All right, I'm still taking away though, so, but just not as strong as I did before. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Bring some of this back a little bit. Nice. So I brought a little bit back, not too much, just a little. I brought it back. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see that? A little bit. Let's check right in here. Bring a little bit back. See that part right there? Let's take a little away. Take some of that away. Nice. Nice. Okay, and now the arms don't look good like that, so we have to fix the arms. So let's go back to 100% opacity, and let's just get rid of all the stuff that's on the arms because we don't need it. We don't need that. We want to keep it as the normal arms. Yeah. Even right here. Mask some of that away. Keep a little bit because you want to still match the face, you know what I mean? So you don't want to take everything away. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Take this away. We don't need that like that. Okay. Put that back. All right. Nope. Nope. Too far back. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Okay. That's nice, actually. Take some of that away. Okay. That's nice, actually. That's, wow. Better than I expected, you know? So we have that grit. We got that cinematic touch to it. We got the window looking that much better. You know, we got the left hand side of my face looking that much better. You know, the hat looks official. You know, even if we could test out the hat, see what looks better too. We could take some stuff away from the hat. Some of the cartoon layer. Let's see. That looks better like that. It looks good like that, but it looks good like that too. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so that's that. We're good on that. So the cartoon effect is done. So we have our main image, which is done. Then we have the cartoon, which is done. Okay, so we'll leave it like that, right? Now what we'll do is we'll add the dodge and burn. So let's start with the shadows. So I have my layer here ready. What we're going to do is we're going to take this layer, we're going to put it on overlay or soft light. Put it on soft light. Okay, then we're going to get a black brush, soft brush, EX. Okay. Hello. Okay. Bugging out right now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to paint over the image. Nice small brush. Okay, and I'll start with the face. So you see these black areas, we just want to go over it just a little bit. So bring the brush down a little bit more. See that? So I gave myself a black eye. That's pretty cool. I take that away. So we want to follow the image though. So bring that brush down a little bit more. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to take it and lower the opacity on it. So maybe to around like, let's say like 15, 12, 13. Around like 15% maybe. Let's go 15%. Okay, 15%. Okay. So now peep this. So it's on soft light. The opacity is down to 15%. And you see, now this is the black line right here in my face, like the crease or like the shadow. And then when I add like the shadows for the dodge and burn effect, boom. See, it adds a little more depth into the image. You know, it makes that shadow come out just a tad bit more. And that's what you want. So you see it over here. It's like so many like spots you want to add some stuff to. So I'm going to do that really quick. And I'll get back to you guys. Like for example, look at this line right here. You see how I just added to my beard? Not too much, just a little bit, you see? Just to strengthen it. Maybe over here a little bit. You know, maybe coming off the nose a little bit. Right here. You know, you'll see when I finish. Just a little bit of right here, maybe. Under the nose. Yeah, maybe in here just a little bit. You know. Where else? Right here. Right here a little bit. Right here. You know, coming all the way down a little bit. Little shadows here and there. Gonna add some depth to the image. Right here. You know, under the arm right here, so make the brush a little bit bigger. You know? See that? Before and after? Let me show you. You look at under the arm right here in this area. You see, it adds depth to the shadow. Just a tad bit though. Look, it's not a lot, you know, but it's just a tad bit. Right now, it's a shadow there, but you don't really see the shadow. But boom, it makes it that much darker. Even right here, it's a little bit more. Okay, nice. Under here, just a shadow right around here. Come on the shirt. The line right here. Line right here. Huh? What else? That's a little highlight right here. One little shadow right here. Okay. So let's look at the. You see that? Can you see? It's adding just a little bit more depth to the image. See right here on my chin, on my neck. You know, I'm making it flash right now. I'm clicking it on and off. Under my neck. You know. Okay. See, under my arm right here, this area. Just look at that for a second. Boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Not too much, just enough, you know. So that's the before, this the after. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Now let's go to the light. So the light, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take it's a clean layer, it's a blank layer. Go to soft light. Go down to 15% opacity. 15. Now you're gonna take a white brush this time. And you're gonna start painting over the highlighted areas. So you're basically going to enhance this. Like, for example, the nose right here. I'm going to go like that. So let me show you what I did. I put a highlight right there. Take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. Now let's see how that highlight looks. The image pushed back. Take it off, put it on. See, it adds more depth to the image. Adds more shine right here. There's some highlights in the eye. See what I did? I put some highlights right here. Boom, bam. See, look right in this area right here. Before, after. It's really nice. I like that. See that? Cool. Definitely going to add to the face, the highlights to the face right here. So get a bigger brush. Okay. See? You see what I did? Look. One more time. I'm gonna do another one. Okay. Okay. A little too much. Control Z. And put it. Put it right. Control Z. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Alright, actually, coming off. Let me put a mask on here, actually. Alright, so I'm going to mask away some of this, actually. Alright, cool. I like that. Alright, let's finish adding the highlights. So we want some on my cheek right here. A little bit on the ear. Smaller brush. Nice. Much right here. Some right here. Bigger brush. That looks like I'm painting on my skin. It's so dope. See that? That's so nice. Maybe a little right here. A bit right here. Okay. Maybe some on the hat. A little brighter. Nice. Definitely right here. Nice. The window is right there. Definitely gotta have some right here. Highlights. Okay, maybe a little highlights on the backhand side right here. A little bit. Not too much. Some highlights right here under my arm. Yep. Nice. Where else? Right here on my arm. Bigger brush. A little bit. A little bit. Right here, just a little bit. You know, because there's a window coming from there's a light source coming from this side as well, coming over. So it's fine to add a little light right there. Oh. Okay, I like that actually. You don't want to do too much. I can do the shirt a little bit if I want to. So for example, I'll make smaller brush strokes. I'll do like light, like just some random light strokes. You know, just some random ones. Maybe and go along with the shirt. And I'll go back to the shadows and I'll add some as well. Maybe like right here. See, like right here. Maybe like right here. Right here. Wherever it's like dark, add some strokes there. You know? Just gonna add a little bit more depth to your image. Okay. So That's nice. Now you might not be able to tell a difference right now, but I'll take off the whole dodge and burn folder and you should be able to see. So I'll take it off, put it back on. Take it off, put it back on. Huh. It's a big difference, even with like my neck area. Take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. Wow, that's such a big difference. I'll show you again. Take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. Wow, that's so cool. I really like that a lot, actually. Let's look at this shirt now. Look at the underarms and look at the shirt. Take it off. Okay. Put it back on. It's more realistic, you know. Shadows are like really there, and the light source is really showing too. Okay. So now we're done with that. Now we're gonna move on to the special effects adjustment layers. So let's go up here. So we're gonna go to layer, new layer adjustment, and then the first one we're gonna add is a curves layer. So add the curves. Now don't check anything over here. Okay, you can name it if you want, but don't check anything. Just hit OK, because we want this to be a special effect over the entire image. We want to affect the entire image. So I'm gonna make an S curve. I'm gonna go to the top, put a node, go to the bottom, put a node. I'm gonna make an S curve. Okay, I'm gonna push the highlights up and I'm gonna push the shadows down. Not too much. You want to mess around with it though. Okay, so before, after, before, after. So this just added a little bit more of a cinematic touch to it, you know, just boosted up the highlights a little bit and dropped the darks or the shadows down just a little bit. Not too much, a small, very, very small S curve. Then we're gonna go back up to layer, new layer adjustment. Okay, and now we're gonna go to color balance. Okay, color balance. Don't check anything here, hit OK. Now we're gonna mess around and balance out the colors. Okay, so over here you have your midtones, you have your highlights, and you have your shadows. So now what you're going to do is you're going to figure out where do you want your midtones to sit. You know what I mean? Where do you want your high tones to sit, or you know, your shadows to sit? So we're starting with the midtones. I want this to be cinematic, like, you know, like Matrix or some other movie like that. So I'm gonna go towards the cyan. Okay, so you slide it over. Just pay attention, really look at your image and see what these colors are doing to your image. So when I slid that over on -11 on the cyan side, it really got to the point where I wanted it to be at. Okay, so leave it like that if that's where you want it at. Now the magenta and the green you might not even want in the image, so but let's mess with it. Magenta I don't want. You see that it's turning too pinkish and so forth. Even though it's affecting my skin tones, I don't really need it to affect the skin tones. Now the green, now if I was going for the Matrix look, see, that's it, that's the movie right there, that's the Matrix movie, that's the green look, you know. But I don't need that. I'm not going for that. Okay, so I want it to be blue like this. That's the way I want it. So I'll add a little bit of green because it does help. I'll leave it at +7. Now do I want to push this the bottom yellow more, or do I want to push the blue more? Now if I push the blue, now that's gonna be really blue. So I might want to push the yellow so it adds to my skin tone, you know. Yeah, I'll do it like that. -3 on the yellow side. I like that. That's cool. So now let's go to the highlights. See how the highlights are going to play out. Okay, -12 on the cyan side. Magenta, green. Magenta or green. A little bit -5 on the green side. Now with the highlights, the blue seems to work better. I like that. +10. Okay. Now let's go to the shadows. Okay, so now the shadows. I push to the red. Wow, that looks crazy. Okay. -6 cyan, magenta and green. Actually could leave that alone. I think that could stay at 0. The yellow and the blue. Now you push it towards the yellow side. It's gonna add more to the skin tone. It's not gonna go too dark. You don't want to overdo it with the blue, you know? So I'll leave it like that. That's cool. I liked it a lot, actually. All right, that's done with the special effects, you know? So now what I want to do is, I'm seeing that, I don't know, I don't think I even need to mess with, well, let's see. So what I'm gonna do right now is, I'm gonna make another folder. I'm seeing something I might want to do. This goes in here. Okay. I'm thinking I want to, yeah, I think I want to do that. So, okay, this is the before and this is the after. Okay, this is before the special effects are done to it, and this is after. Straight cinematic. But I'm thinking I might want to add some more highlights on my body, right? No, you know what? I'll save that for the next time. I'll leave it like that. Okay, so now all we gotta do is add the logo text and we're pretty much done. I have one more special effect to add to it too, but I was gonna save that for after I added some more highlights to the body, but I don't need to. So I'm gonna add one more curves adjustment layer. So go to layer, new adjustment layer, curves. Don't check anything, hit OK. Now come down to the bottom over here where the blacks are at, or the shadows. Make one node. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom slider and you're going to come up. This is going to fade the image out and give it that vintage cinematic movie look. And that's good right there. I like it like that, actually. That's perfect. Let me see. Yeah, that's nice. That's cinematic. That's movie. That's movie right there. That is movie. So let me see. I think I might have too much highlight right here on the face though. So let me go back to the dodge and burn, see if that was affecting it. No, that wasn't affecting it. Let's go back to the tune layer. Is that affecting it? Yeah, that is. Okay. Which one? This layer is. So maybe we can add a shadow above this. So what I want to do is get a black brush. And, add a little shadow. Okay. I don't want to have a black eye, but I'm gonna fade this out a little bit. Little shadow. Okay. Maybe more over here. Paint a little bit more over here. Yeah. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll drop that down a little bit, the opacity. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit more, drop it down. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's better, that's way better. Because I don't want it to have too much light coming through on that eye. I took that picture in a specific angle on purpose because I want that eye to kind of be blacked out a little bit, you know? All right. Yeah, that's way better. So, that's amazing. So what we'll do now is we'll show you all that we have done to this image. So let's take the special effects away. Let's take away the dodge and burn. Let's take away the cartoon. And now let's just go back to the original image. So as you can see, the original image is just me in my room. It's not cinematic at all, but where I want to take it is I want to take my story to be cinematic. I want my colors to be very dark, you know, cinematic, like, you know, my light source. I have my light source behind me. I brought that in, made that look cinematic. I made the overall image cinematic. That's what I was going for. Now I'm going to add the title, and the time I had to edit this, well, I'm editing it on a late night, so I'm good to go. So now let's bring all this back. Let's starting with the main image edit that's coming out of the camera raw filter, then adding the cartoon effect on top of that, adding the dodge and burn effect on top of that. Now adding the special effects, cinematic movie image. Okay, let me delete that layer, don't need that. Let's go over to the logo or text, and what should we put? I don't want to put tutorial. I don't know. So this is vlog episode 01. This was the Mother's Day tribute. And now this one is. Let's put life. Life. I like that. Let's do it big too. So what you want to do for your thumbnails is you want to make your text extra large. Life. All right. Let's get a cool font. I have a ton of fonts on this computer. Let's reset this. Actually, the first thing we need to do, we need to save. I just thought about that. It would be a shame to lose this. Life. Now, it all matters too when it comes down to the fonts. It all matters. Like, it matters. It really matters. So first of all, this font right here, that's it. It's done. That's a movie font right there. I don't need to do anything else, man. But as you can see, the font has like these jagged or rigid edges, which goes along with like the whole like theme I'm going with, the room and looking all dark and stuff like that. The color is perfect. You know, it matches blue and blue. So now I just need to make this pop a little bit. So let's go into the special effects right here. It's going to say FX at the bottom of your layers panel. And then let's just go to the blending options and just see what we can do with this. Definitely going to add a drop shadow. Get that drop shadow going. Okay. like that. Like that a lot actually. So drop shadow, life. Should we move it over a little bit? Let's see. Yeah, we should move it over a little bit more so it fits right. Yeah, life. Wow, and this maybe we can angle it a little bit. So edit, transform, rotate. Let's rotate it maybe a tad bit to go along with like my body. I like that actually. Life. Nice. Okay. Let's go back into the special effects for it though. See if we can add something else to it. Life. We want it to be cinematic though, so we don't want to do too much. I don't know if I should do a gradient overlay, but maybe if I add another shadow to it. So let's add another shadow. Okay. And this one can, let's change the color of that shadow to something that's on the image. Lighter. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's dope. I can't even front, but not too much though. It's too much. Okay. But that is dope. All right, now let's see. How about a stroke? But the stroke has to match the image, so we're gonna take something from the image, color from the image, or let's do a gradient. So let's do one of these guys. So we do want the font to stand out, but not too much. How about a blue? Okay. That's nice. That's nice too. But it's the angle though. We're gonna have to mess with the angle. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Is it okay? But we gotta change the angle of the gradient though. So it's coming from the light source. Okay. Don't want it to be there or there. It actually looks better at the end though. I don't know if I like that though. So this part is really up to you though, to be honest. Oh, I like that. That's better. That's way better. Okay. That's way better. That's actually pretty dope. Okay, so now, so we got life. And then shadow. Let's see. Some more in his shadow. That's dope. See, that's regular, but when you add a small shadow inside, it makes it like pop, makes it glow a little bit more, makes it stand out, you know? Yeah, I like that, man. So what you want to do now is I'm gonna save this as a new style layer. So Dynasty. Hit OK. Hit OK. And now what I'll do is I'll add another text saying the movie. Like the movie. I'll make this a little bit smaller actually. Oh. That's it. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. I'll make it a little bit bigger text though. So I'll do like 100. Nice. Life, the movie, you can just leave that like that. Maybe if you want to do something that's like cool with the characters, you could add like few dots. Gonna have to change the font on that though. Nice. Move it over. Nice. And then what I'll do is, oh, I could probably make this bigger and then mess with the text. Hold on. Let me see something actually. Go back to the text layer. Yeah. No, let's cancel that for a second. Duplicate this. Like I have the original. Now I'm gonna add some text effects, and I think I want to go with, no, which one is it? Flag? Or is it fish out? Squeeze. Let me see. Squeeze. Is it squeeze? Yeah, no. I don't think I want to go with squeeze. I wish this computer would stop freezing. Fish eye. And rise. No. Flag? No. Which one is it? Okay. Wave? No. Bulge? Yeah. Let's try that again. For some reason it was freezing. But I want to add a special effect to the letters. Twist, squeeze, inflate, fisheye, rise, fish. There we go. That's what I want to do. Not too much. There we go. Push it back a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So in order to do that, you got to have the text tool selected, and you got to come up here to this T at the top, and then you're able to manipulate the text. So, and then now we're just going to add a drop shadow on that one, or we could do this Dynasty. That's not gonna work. But we'll just do a drop shadow on that. So let's do a regular drop shadow. So sometimes you want to leave certain things simple, you know, not too much. That's just gonna have a drop shadow on it. So what I'll do is I'll duplicate it, make it black. Drop it down. Nice. So what I did here was It's the same text, okay? I just duplicated it, so I have 2 text layers, and then the second one, I just dropped it down a couple steps and moved it over to the right a couple steps, and I lowered the opacity on it. So it's at 38% opacity. So it's just another layer under it. That's it. Just duplicate the layer, drop it down. So I'll show you. It's the same layer. I just made the opacity at 38% and I just moved it down a couple steps and moved over to the right a couple steps. That's that. And that got me that cinematic look. That's like that old school cinematic look, you know? So Life the movie. And look, it looks like a movie poster, like the dirty clothes, or they're not dirty clothes, but like that's hypothetically speaking, the dirty clothes that's at the left hand side of me on top of the bed. The window looks all messed up, you know what I mean? You know, the wall has just regular random paintings or pictures on it. I look mad, you know what I'm saying? The text is like Life the movie, and that's it. That's it in a nutshell right there. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to put starring or like whatever, but I don't have to do anything else to this. It's done. So now if this was a thumbnail, and it looked so good, cinematic thumbnail, people be like, oh, I gotta click on that. What is he talking about? Life the movie? Like, I might even use this as for my thumbnail for a movie. I don't know, because I'm supposed to be doing a movie for YouTube, so this might just be it right now. But yeah, so I just want to do a quick little tutorial to show you how to, you know, do a cinematic thumbnail rather than just doing a quick throw up thumbnail. Because to me, when you put more time and effort into a thumbnail like this, in the long run, people are going to appreciate that artwork and appreciate it more. So like a good 5 years from now, somebody comes to my channel, they'll probably click on this thumbnail because it looks so good, rather than if they see a regular thumbnail like what everybody else is doing on YouTube, you know? So yeah, and the funny part is, you see this thumbnail is really good, you know, but this thumbnail was taken in the same room at the same time, but because of the story or like how I really wanted to, you know, tell my cinematic story within this picture, turned out way different from this picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. When you really follow these steps, or you put like a whole system in place, and then how each picture just comes out, it's totally different sometimes depending on the story, the mood, or whatever. So let me hit save on this too, because I want to make sure I have that. But Life the movie, starring your boy 05 Dynasty, thumbnail tutorial jiggy. I hope y'all like it. You know, it's a lot of cool things going on in here, but when you really look at it, my system is pretty small compared to what a lot of other people do. I have only this amount of folders. I have my main image, then I cartooned it, then I took away parts that I didn't want, and I kept parts that I want of the cartoon. I did a dodge and burn, you know what I'm saying? You can see right now I'm putting it on. Oh, that's so cool. So I'm gonna take it off. This is without the dodge and burn, which is like the lighter areas or the dark areas. I'm gonna put it back on. Boom. Look at that, man. It just brings it out. It makes me feel more inside of the image, you know? Then I added my special effects. So this is the image without the special effects and all the color changes and the color grading, you know? And this is with all of those special effects on. So basically this is like a filter. Like the special effects is like a filter that you put over your image. Boom. Okay. And I just added my text layer, which is that, you know what I'm saying? And that's that. If I wanted to go grab my logo, I could grab my logo and put my logo in here. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped my logo right in this area, looking up at the word Life the movie if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You know, like simple stuff, you know? You just gotta, you know, just follow the tutorial, man. That's all I gotta say. Just follow the tutorial. So here's my logo. I'll drag it over into Life. You know what I'm saying? Drop this down a little bit, scale it down a little bit so it fits right in this area, you know, like that maybe, you know. And then all I gotta do is just, you know, change the blending mode so it just fits in perfectly. Drop it down so you can see it, you know. And now all I gotta do is just change the blending mode so it fits inside the wall, you know. Or if I want to, I could invert it. It's a lot of things I could do, you know, but I'm not gonna do it right now. But you get my point. Like I would play with it and I would get it to fit inside of this image, you know. But yeah, that's it. I hope you like it. Please, you know, if it helps you any kind of way, any shape or form, just, you know, let me know in the comment section. If parts were too hard for you, just let me know in the comment section and I will go over it for you again. I'm here to help. I'm always here to help. And yeah, so there's a thumbnail tutorial for everybody. A little bit more intricate, but it's still at the same time it's not. You just need to learn the steps, and once you learn the steps by practicing, man, it's endless the things you can do. I just sat here and made a movie poster, you know what I'm saying, as a tutorial. If I was not making a tutorial, I would have been done maybe like a good hour ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I just did my steps 1, 2, 3, boom, got my poster and it's done, because I already know what's in my head, you know. So once you learn these steps, you're good to go. But all right, I hope this helps everybody. And yeah, that's it, man. I'm out of here. 005 Dynasty. You already know. Ooh. Wow.